So now that the Pixel 9 has been released, people are getting them in their hands. I thought it'd be a good comparison with the Pixel 8 Pro, last year's premium Pixel model, and see how it goes against the new base flagship. Now, if you're the person that wants to know which one should you get, is it worth it to get the Pixel 9 over the Pixel 8 Pro? Let's go ahead and talk about it. So if you're thinking about the size of the Pixel 9, it's going to be smaller overall than the Pixel 8 Pro. The Pro models up to the Pixel 8 Pro only were bigger devices, and in this case, that's the one advantage of the Pixel 9 over the Pixel 8 Pro, is that you're going to get a smaller overall device. And Android phones are super big, so if you still want a premium Pixel device, then the Pixel 9 is going to be better. Next, since the Pixel 9 is a smaller device, it is going to weigh less than the Pixel 8 Pro, and that's important. If you want a more compact device, put it in your pocket, you're going to feel the difference. So overall, more lighter weight is going to be better, obviously. Build quality is going to be great on both of these devices. Glass front, glass back, and an aluminum frame. So build quality, they're both going to feel top notch. Both will feature dual SIM capabilities. Both have nano SIM card slots and the eSIM. And also IP68 dust and water resistance. Both of them are the same at 1.5 meters up to 30 minutes. So they're good around a small little dunk in the pool, for example. So if you like a nice crisp display, both of these will have them. Both of them have an OLED display. Both are 120 hertz refresh rate, so both have a smooth scrolling experience. But the resolution is going to be a little bit higher on the Pixel 8 Pro. And we're talking about two different screen sizes here, 6.3 versus the 6.7 on the Pixel 8 Pro. So the Pixel 9 is still going to be the overall smaller device, but both have similar screen to body ratio. So that means that the bezels are going to be similar, 86% of screen on the Pixel 9 versus 87% on the Pixel 8 Pro. And both of these have the always on display, but regardless, both of these displays are going to be top notch. Next, let's talk about software. Both of these have Android 14, and they will support 7 major Android upgrades. So even though the Pixel 8 Pro is older than the Pixel 9, it's still going to get lots of years of updates. The updates are probably going to survive more than the devices itself. 7 years with an Android phone is a long time, so you don't have to worry about that on either of these devices. Chipset, both of them are powerful phones, but the Pixel 9 has that G4 processor, and that's probably, that's predictable. Every year you get a newer chip, but that's going to be in conjunction with the Gemini and all that AI stuff going on. But regardless, the potential G3 on the Pixel 8 Pro is still plenty powerful for everybody. Now, if you like to put a lot of media and pictures and videos and apps and all that stuff on your phone, both of these support 128 gigs of internal storage, and both of these phones have 12 gigs of RAM. So these are pretty much exactly the same when it comes to storage and for RAM, but neither of them come with a SD card slot. So in that front, they're exactly the same. Now, both of these phones have great cameras, the best in the game. Pixel phones have the best cameras. And the Pixel 9 has 2 cameras, the 50 megapixel regular, 48 megapixel ultra wide. Now, the Pixel 8 Pro has 3 cameras, the 50 megapixel main camera, 48 megapixel telephoto, and 48 megapixel ultra wide. And they both shoot in 4K, and also selfie cameras shoot in 4K. You're not going to find much difference except if you want that extra telephoto zoom type of camera on the Pixel 8 Pro. So that's the only difference on the camera front. Neither of these devices have a headphone jack, but both feature Bluetooth 5.3, both have NFC, and both of them have the same USB Type-C connector. Now for the fingerprint reader, how you unlock your device, very similar, but the Pixel 9 has that upgraded ultrasonic versus the optical one of in-screen display on the Pixel 8 Pro. You're not going to find too much of a difference, but the ultrasonic is supposed to be a better experience, but I don't think most people will even notice. Next, one of the most important things is the battery life and charging. The Pixel 9 has a 4700 milliamp battery, not bad. The Pixel 8 Pro, a 5050 milliamp battery, not bad at all either, but do take in consideration that it's a bigger device. But regardless, both of these devices fire similar charging capabilities. 27 watt wired on the Pixel 9, 30 watt wired on the Pixel 8 Pro, but both of them will get you around 50 to 55% in 30 minutes from 0 to 50%. And they both have wireless charging, 15 watts on the Pixel 9, with the Pixel Stand, 23 watts wireless on the Pixel 8 Pro, and they both feature reverse wireless charging. Both of these offer robust charging capabilities, but with the powerful processors on these phones, they might be a little bit lower as to compare to other Android devices that always feature 5000 milliamp batteries. So after talking about all the specs and the comparisons between these devices, what are the things that stand out to me when you're thinking about buying either of these devices? The first thing I go consider is going to be the size. The Pixel 9 is going to be more compact. It's going to be more lightweight. So on the size front, that's the first thing you're going to notice. So it's going to be more heavier for the Pixel 8 Pro. There's so many similarities to these devices, but it's hard to pick them out. But obviously, you're going to have the Tensor chip. The G4 is going to be upgraded on the Pixel 9. For most people and most applications, it's not going to be a big deal, except when you're opening up a lot of apps, playing them at the same time, switching back and forth, and very intensive gaming that you might see a difference. But regardless, neither of these phones are meant to be just gaming powerful devices. The other thing that I noticed that stands out is that both of these devices have 12 gigs of RAM. Before, the Pixel Pros used to be the ones that had more RAM, but now the base model Pixel 9 has 12 gigs, so it equals the Pro level of RAM now, which is 12 gigs is now the standard for Pixel phones. But regardless, 12 gigs of RAM is powerful for either of these devices. But that's something I do notice right away. If you want that telephoto lens, that's going to be the difference if you get the older Pixel 8 Pro. But in everyday situations, the cameras are going to be really, really nice on both of these. What other differences could I tell you? The fingerprint reader, you probably won't notice it. That's one difference right there. Battery life, everybody uses their phone differently, and you're going to get similar battery life pretty much all day with these devices, so there's not any difference there. But the one thing that will stand out as the big difference maker here is going to be the price. You could definitely get the Pixel 8 Pro for half the price, maybe a little bit more. Let's say around $500 for a used Pixel 8 Pro, and when it was launched, it was at $1,000. So you're getting it for half the price. And since the Pixel 9 is $800, you're saving around $300 if you were to get the Pixel 8 Pro used. But you're getting the extra camera and you're getting the bigger size. So those are the things that you want to consider. I pretty much consider the Pixel 9 to be a Pro phone from before, but now it's the base model Pixel. So at the end, you're not going to see too many differences, like I said, except the size and the price. Those are the two biggest things right there to take note. If I had to choose between these devices, and size wasn't an issue, I'd pick the Pixel 8 Pro. But if size is an issue for you, then the Pixel 9 is going to be the better phone here. that's been my comparison between the newer Pixel 9 and the older but Pro version of the Pixel 8.